Lily didn't think much of it when she told her mom she finished her homework. It was automatic, a reflex. Her mom barely looked up from her phone anyway. "Good," she said, sipping her tea. "Proud of you." But Lily hadn't even opened her laptop. That night, she lay in bed, scrolling through her feed, dreading the unfinished math problems still waiting for her. Her eyes drifted to the corner of her room. The desk was always just beyond her reach from bed. Now it seemed closer, just barely, maybe a foot. She shook her head, probably just her imagination, but the room felt different, not colder, not darker, just tighter, like the air itself had grown thicker. When she woke up, the difference was impossible to ignore. Her desk chair, which usually faced the wall, was now wedged directly against her dresser. Her bed frame creaked when she sat up, one of the legs pressed awkwardly into the baseboard. She stood in the center of the room, turning in a slow circle. It had definitely gotten smaller. But that wasn't possible, right? Lily told herself it was in her head. She was stressed, overthinking. Maybe her dad moved the furniture while vacuuming. Still, she decided to test it. That afternoon, she lied again, told her best friend Mia she was totally fine and just needed space. In truth, Lily had just been ignoring her. That night, she woke with a start. Her bed had moved, or rather, everything else had. Her lamp now pressed against the wall. Her full-length mirror had cracked. There was a faint sound, too, like wood settling. But it felt more deliberate, rhythmic, like breathing. Heart pounding, she got up and opened her notebook. She wrote, Lie 1, homework. Lie 2, Mia, result. Room is smaller. She decided to say only the truth from now on. No exceptions. But the next morning, her closet door was gone. Not closed. Gone. Just smooth wall where it used to be. Her clothes, her coats, everything sealed off like it had never been there. And now she knew for sure. Every time she lied, the room shrank. Lily stopped lying, or at least she tried to. Every time someone asked her something, she hesitated, calculating her words like her life depended on them. Because maybe it did. At school, it became obvious. When she didn't laugh at fake stories or cover for someone skipping class or pretend she liked the food at lunch, people noticed. "You've changed," Mia said. "You're acting weird." Lily wanted to say, "I'm just tired," but it wasn't true. She was terrified, so she said nothing. That night, her ceiling light flickered, then went out completely. She tried the lamp. Dead. Phone charger. No power. Every socket in her room. Silent. The air was thick now, like it had weight. It settled on her chest when she tried to sleep. The once comfy mattress felt too long for the floor space, its sides pressed against the walls like it was slowly being crushed. She got up and measured the room with a piece of string. It was 3 feet shorter than when they moved in. She grabbed her notebook again. Lie 3. Told Ms. Hall I enjoyed the group project. Result, closet gone. Lie 4. Said I wasn't cold. Result, power out. Lie 5. Told Mia I was fine. Result, room shrinking faster. But then she had an idea. Maybe she could fix it. She picked up the pen, trembling, and underlined each lie. Then she flipped the page. Truth, I didn't do my homework. Truth, I ignored Mia. Truth, I hated that project. Truth, I'm cold, I'm scared, I'm not okay. She waited. Nothing changed. She waited hours. The walls stayed still. She cried herself to sleep that night, curled in the shrinking space between the dresser and her bed. The next morning, the window was gone. The moment Lily opened her eyes, she knew something was wrong. There was no sunlight, no faint glow behind the curtains, just darkness. She scrambled across the bed and pulled them back, but there was no window. Only smooth wall painted the same dull off-white as everything else in the room. She gasped and backed away, bumping into her dresser, or where the dresser had been. It was gone now. So was the chair, her mirror, her bookshelf. Only the bed remained. And even that seemed smaller. The walls were closer, not just by inches, by feet. She could reach out with both arms and nearly touch either side. She screamed, pounded on the wall, shouted for her parents, her brother, anyone. But no sound came back. No response, no echo, only pressure. The walls were breathing again. She could hear it. Inhale, pause, exhale, low and slow, like it was enjoying her fear. She clutched her chest and whispered, "I'm sorry. I'll stop. I won't lie again." The room groaned and shifted. The space between the bed and the wall was now no more than a foot. She reached for her notebook, but it had vanished. Her bag was gone. Her phone, gone. She was alone. Then a knock. Not on the door. That was gone too. A knock from inside the wall. She backed into the corner, hyperventilating. The walls trembled, the breathing quickened. She closed her eyes and whispered one final lie, the smallest one of all. "I'm fine." And with that, the walls began to close. The walls pressed in with a groan, slow, deliberate. The bed cracked. The floor moaned under the weight of whatever was happening. Lily screamed, tried to wedge herself into the shrinking corner, but the space was vanishing. Her breath came in short gasps, the ceiling now just inches above her head. The walls weren't just closing in, they were collapsing. Every part of the room was pulsing now, like it had a heartbeat. It wasn't just punishing her for lying, it was feeding on it. She clawed at the walls, no seams, no cracks, no escape. The air was thick, warm, suffocating. "No more," she whispered, tears running down her face. "No more lies." I swear the breathing stopped. Silence. For a second it felt like the walls had stopped moving, like she'd been heard. She let herself breathe, just once, and then she saw it right in front of her. A piece of the wall peeled back, not like plaster, like skin. Inside, darkness, and a single eye. It blinked, then a voice, not from the room, not from her, but through her. Truth doesn't undo damage, it only confirms it. The walls snapped shut. 1 week later, Lily's family filed a missing person report. Police searched her room and found nothing unusual, except that it was oddly small for a standard build. There were no belongings, no signs of a struggle, just a single sticky note pressed to the wall behind where the bed had once been. "It's not the lies you tell others. It's the ones you tell yourself."